Hi everyone, welcome back. And today we've got a fun one, Chronic Illness Wish by Genital Shame. So, off the name alone, I was intrigued. I had thought I had heard of this band before, but I'm not gonna lie, I think I was getting them conflated with Shame, the last band to be reviewed. So I was pleasantly surprised to find this not only to be equally as eclectic, but if not more interesting than Shame. See, Shame is very much a math, black metal, death metal project, and while it does so quite well, Genital Shame's Chronic Illness Wish is that, but with much more sonic eclecticness to it. I know I called the Shame album eclectic, but this one really does take the cake in my opinion. It firstly does so in its usage of keys and synths. The entire track, Hermaphroditic Image, is basically just keys played over some really disturbing background noise, and it works to create this kind of eerie, horrific sound that the entire album seems to be going for. The last track, I Met Carrie Colby, is another good example of this, as most of the track is the staple sound you've been getting, this very well progressing black metal, but then it switches at points to the keys, to melodic instrumentation with acoustic guitar, and it's a really fun kind of mix-up. It keeps you on your toes throughout the listen. I do like the first couple of tracks, but they are very much more founded in the black metal math stuff, and I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I am making this video, but I would be remiss to say if it wasn't the last three tracks that really pulled me in. Taste Rot as well. It's a good track. I don't know, it just kind of blended in between the two. It felt like a good transition from Hermaphroditic Image, but I'd be lying to you if I think it did anything new per se. But again, this is a really well-made album. I have no idea what the vocals are. I don't know what they're saying because I did not look this album up on Genius, which, as I think of it now, I totally could have. I literally just listened to it. I so could have just done that. But I think the name of the band and I think the name of the album speaks for itself. I don't think you really need to know what he's saying when you can just read the name of the album and go, yeah, he probably doesn't like this guy. It feels pretty, self-explanatory. Another thing I do want to mention, which I normally don't with most bands, the band's logo is fucking crazy. I love bands that have these insane ass looking logos, and Genital Shame is another in the long category, along with Sanguisugabog and Chat Pile. Now, again, I think I've said all I need to say about this album. It's eclectic. It's got some math influence very, very astutely, and it's got some interesting sounds to it. I honestly just kind of like it as an overall listen. Like, I put it on, and then I went, yeah, it's a good album. I should probably talk about it real quick. But now that I'm talking about it, I realize I don't have that much to say about it. No, good album. I'd give it like a 7, I think. A 7 feels pretty reasonable, pretty respectable. For a debut, not bad. I think they've got something. I feel like the next album probably needs to be longer, only so that they can have more room to work with the sounds they're going for. But besides length and just, I don't know, it's a shorter listen than you'd expect from something like this, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And we're pumping out a few of these today, so